Hello everybody, my name is Walter, and today I want to show you how you can build my ultra compact, always on lamp 7x7 double vault door for Minecraft Java Edition. In case you're looking for the showcase or world only, you can find both linked in the description. But let's get started. So the build in total is 13 blocks wide, 15 blocks high, and the door itself is just 7 blocks long, 9 blocks if you count the front and the back wall. Now, to build this, you're going to need these resources here. So, of course, a lot of building blocks, but also 66 obsidian blocks, then 18 slabs, 35 slime blocks, and 15 honey blocks, then a total of 3 redstone blocks, a whole 97 redstone dust, 4 torches, 40 repeaters, 3 comparators, 46 observers, 9 node blocks, the redstone lamp, then a total of 84 sticky pistons and 26 normal pistons, 6 hoppers, 3 target blocks, and then actually 3 levers, one of those meant as an input. And if you want to actually reach the lever, you will also need a little bit of additional redstone circuitry to relocate it to where you can actually reach it. And with that covered, I think it's time to show you how to build this door here. Start with the lamp block at the center of the floor of the future doorway. Once we have that, we need to go 3 blocks down with honey blocks, then 1 to the front and the back and there. Then below those we need sticky pistons facing upwards. And above, normal pistons. And above those we can already place a couple normal blocks. Let's place them in the correct height. Up there. Now, at the front right of this piston here, we need an observer looking towards the front. Then in front of that, an observer looking towards the right. And in front of that, a node block. Then we need 5 slime blocks going along the middle line here. Then 1 more to the back. And that is where we need a couple obsidian blocks around like so. Then place 1 normal block there. 2 more over here. On the other side we have 3 in an L shape, then 1 up and 1 down. Put the redstone wire on top of all these blocks here. Then, next up, we need, first of all, an obsidian block diagonally here, then 1 down there, another 1 up there, and here. We need some wire here, then a 40 repeater in there, 3 tick repeater here, wire behind it. Then another 2 blocks like so, wire here, and a 1 tick repeater right there. Then in front of this wire, place another obsidian block with a torch towards the side. Then on top of this block and the torch, we need 2 hoppers facing each other with 3 items inside of them. Then 2 blocks here with comparators taking an output. And towards the back, the same, just with 1 comparator. Right there. Then we need observers looking at those comparators here from the side and running into obsidian blocks. Then next up, we need another observer looking at this comparator here from the side. Then another one going to this side here. And then diagonally below, another sticky piston. And if everything works as intended, we should now be able to actually put a lever here and get in this extension going, and then the corresponding retraction. Following that, place a block behind in this piston here, and then next to it an upside down slab. Wire on top of the slab and a 40 repeater on top of this block here, running into a full block. Then we have another block next to that, some wire here and a 2 tick repeater. This runs into a full block with some wire on top. Then over here we need first a raised block, then a lowered block, then another raised block, followed by another block here, and then another raised block. Wire on top of this block, then a 3 tick repeater in here, 4 tick repeater up there, wire here and there, torch here, and then a target block in this corner here. Follow that up down here with a full block on top of the node block. Then another upside down slab in front of the observer there. Put down a 2-tick and a 4-tick repeater, running into a full block. Now at the back here we have another raised block, then 2 lowered blocks and another raised block. Again a 2 and a 4-tick repeater. Now let's go, and first we need another 2 lowered blocks, then we go up diagonally twice. Add another block here and then go up diagonally twice towards the back, and we should be in line with the center more or less. Then wire all the way to over here. Then here a block with a 1-tick repeater, running into a block with a torch. Then let's go down here. We need an observer looking at this piston there, running into a full block with another piston here to the side, an observer running in this direction. Then we need a full block here, followed by obsidian blocks in those 2 spots. Block here, upside down slab there. Then connect all of these here with wire and disconnect here with a full block. And if we've built it correctly, the retraction should also now work completely. So let's see. And that is looking very good. Next up, let's go to this corner here. First we need a raised block and then a lowered block here, followed by a 1-tick repeater in this gap. Then over here we need 2 blocks with a bit of wire and another 1-tick repeater, which then runs into a full block with a torch on the side of it. And that is actually the one that keeps this lamp on. So we can now put a bit more parts for the actual floor. Then next up, let's go to the right side here. And one off the edge, we need a normal piston here, followed by 8 blocks. Then a 1 wide gap, and that's where we need another normal piston going in the opposite direction. The same we need on the back too. So like this here, and in between we need also a bit of wire connection, so you can place those blocks here with some wire, and it should connect to the, or be below the block this repeater here is actually powering. Good. Next up, we need observers. We're starting one off the edge with 2, then a 1 wide gap, and then another 2 after another 1 wide gap. And here the same. On top of the ones on the outside, we need full blocks. Then in here, we need sticky pistons on top of this block and the 2-tick repeater. Connect those with 3 slime blocks each. Then put normal pistons in front and then 2 sticky pistons to either side. And we should be pretty much done. So let's just put in the rest of the floor. Just make sure that where slime blocks get involved or honey blocks, you have those obsidian blocks. And then we can start filling in at least the moving parts. For a first check. So now let's flick the lever. And that is looking very good. So we should have this pyramid-like shape. And if we flick the lever again, everything should retract, although it apparently didn't because I forgot this wire here. And if we include that wire, it should actually work properly. And that's what we want to see. Okay, now we can quickly fill in the rest of the floor. And with that, it's time to talk about the two sides. And I just noticed I forgot the wire on top of this block there. Anyway, from now on, the rest of the build is entirely symmetrical. That means I will show you in the following how to build the right half of the build and then mirror doing the cuts towards the left. Which means that if you have a direction component like a repeater, a comparator, a torch on the side of a block, if it goes from the front to the back or reverse or up and down, it remains in the same orientation. If it instead of that goes sideways, you will have to mirror that. That is very important for this to work. Now, let's get started. So the first thing we need is a sticky piston on top of the target block on the right. On the left, the corresponding position would be right on top of this torch there. But as I said, from there on, everything else is symmetrical. Now, top the piston with 5 honey blocks, followed by 1 redstone block. Then we need an observer at the very bottom, powering upwards, with an obsidian block on top. Then we have a 1 wide or high gap, and then another obsidian block powering downwards. Then at the same height, place hoppers on the front and the back, and top them with wire. Now we need to go down again, and here we need 2 upside down slabs to the front and the back of the piston there, topped with wire. Then place 3 normal blocks, followed by 3 obsidian blocks, and then we go all the way to the top with a total of, well, 5 obsidian blocks. Now, let's grab ourselves a couple sticky pistons, place them at the back there, and another 3 over here. Connect them with 3 slime blocks, and then a couple blocks in front of that. Then we can also place obsidian blocks in those corners and normal blocks here. Now we can give this a little test run. And as you can see, the extension doesn't work entirely since it's still missing some additional block updates from the other circuitry that's still to come. But we can simulate this by just manually updating them, and you can see the extension is already working. And if we flick the lever again, it should also properly retract. Following that, we need a block next to this hopper here with a 1 tick repeater on top. Then we need an observer looking at it from the side, then the front, and then below, running into a full block. Then we need to go twice down, where we need an observer powering downwards into a full block. Then we have another block here with some redstone dust on top. Then we can remove those 2 blocks here in the middle. Replace the bottom one with a node block, another node block down there, observer on top. And we mustn't forget about the wire up here. Then let's grab another 2 sticky pistons there, and then at the back there 3 normal pistons. And finally on top of this redstone cross, a stack of 6 sticky pistons. Then we can put in the normal blocks for the walls. And that's one side done. So let's quickly mirror this to this side here. So we need again the block with the repeater. Then we have the observers chaining first down and then over. Then the node blocks again. And we mustn't forget about the wire. Another observer there. Then the sticky pistons. And the normal pistons. And then the stack of sticky pistons. And normal blocks. And if we now power everything, you can see this side here properly extending again. And this side here still needs to be manually triggered a bit. And if we now click off the lever again, everything should retract properly. And with that, it's time for the top, which again is symmetrical. So once more, I'm just showing you the right half. For that, we will have to start with an upside down slab at the back here and there. Put a wire on top. Then we need to go up with 3 blocks here, again wire on top. On this side here at the back we need a lowered block first, followed by an obsidian block and then a raised obsidian block. Put down a 2-tick repeater here, followed by some wire. Then here first 2 normal blocks, then a lowered block and another obsidian block around the corner, wire on those. Then I'm going to need a lever here to redirect that wire. I'm also going to need a full block up here to cut off in this wire connection. Then a block here, obsidian block there, followed by a 3-tick and a 4-tick repeater, running finally into an obsidian block. Then put down 3 sticky pistons like so. And below them we need 3 slime blocks with normal blocks on the ends and another redstone block right in the middle. And if that has been built correctly, we should see this retracting or extending until it lights up the lamp, and the retraction should also already work as intended. Once that is properly mirrored, let's go to the top here, and first we need a block there with some wire. Then diagonally down an obsidian block with a 2-tick repeater. At the back we need to go diagonally up from the upside down slab with another block here and then an obsidian block. Put some wire there, then a 3-tick and a 4-tick repeater. Now it's time for some more pistons. We have first 2 sticky pistons, then in the middle we should have a normal piston, slime blocks below those sticky pistons, and then 3 normal blocks here. And while I'm here, I might as well fill in the rest of this whole pattern here in the ceiling. On this side, similarly, we have the normal piston in the middle, then the 2 sticky pistons on the outside, 2 slime blocks, and then the 3 normal blocks. Now we're almost done already. Next step is going to the side here, and in this gap here, place a block, then a 4-tick repeater on top. On top of that we need an observer, same on this wire there. Put a block on top of this, and then 3 blocks here. Then a raised block, then around the corner we need an upside down slab, followed by a raised block, then a lowered block, and then we have 3 sticky pistons. Full block in the middle, then wire here, a 1-tick repeater there, wire here, 2-tick repeater there, then wire here. Now on this side I first need a 2-tick repeater on a block, running into a full block with a block with some wire, and then a target block in this corner here, so it connects to this wire and also this wire there. Then we have a lowered block with a 1-tick repeater running into a full block. Then we have again 3 sticky pistons with a full block in the middle there, and then some wire. And now let's just add the blocks below and give the entire thing a little test run again. That's looking good. And that is also looking pretty good. And once you're done with the mirroring, we're basically finished with this build. So now let's quickly do a last test run. Okay, the front looks good. The back as well. And once we flick the lever again, we should see everything opening up properly, which means the door is now basically done. At this point, all that's left is doing potentially some decoration, but most importantly, adding the front and the back wall, the floor, and relocating the lever to where you can actually reach it. And voila. Now, one last thing I would like to mention is when you're relocating the lever, make sure that the signal strength is strong enough to reach all of the ends of this line down here. So especially up here and at the back there. If that is not the case, the door will not work properly and might even break. So in this case, I went with a repeater to make sure the signal strength is at maximum. And with that said, we have reached the official end of this little tutorial for my ultra compact, always on 7x7 double volt door. I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial. I wish you a nice day and well, see ya.